Hey everybody, welcome to Spikey Saturday number 249 on the Leek, where we're going to be playing the Arena Open. No, hell no. No way we're doing that. We're going to be playing draft of Lair of Ikoria. Nope, that's not how that works. Ikoria, Lair of Behemoths. We're going to try something a little bit different today. We're going to do Premier Draft. We're going to do Best of One. People have been strongly suggesting that it's a better use of your money. It's easier to have a better win rate, etc. We're going to check it out. I have refutations to those claims. Keep in mind, of course, that you're going to win more when you're bronze and silver, and then eventually you're going to hit a wall where the competition just gets stiffer because you're always heavily likely to be paired with somebody that is the same rank as you. So you get those easy wins fast. You say, ooh, I'm a good Magic player and I can win a lot. And then you just chase that dragon. It's a very, very clever way of getting people addicted. But hey, let's just, throw all in on Magic being a video game now, and let's play the arcade version of Draft. It also does fire a lot faster. The best of three queues are taking upwards of 5 minutes these days, whereas this took 34 seconds. Or that's not what this number means. I think it was like 40 some odd seconds when we took a look at it. We are in, so best of one, so we're not going to take any sideboard cards. We get ourselves a Fiend Artisan. I've not played with Fiend Artisan yet, so I should probably read it, because I read this wrong in the set review. It's not Birthing Pod. It's not Birthing Pod. You sack a creature, and then you search your library for a creature card based on what you paid X. The creature you sacrificed had nothing to do with the rest of this effect, unlike Birthing Pod, and that's where I got confused. We'll take a Fiend Artisan because it seems like fun, and fun seems to be the way that you should approach this format. Beyond that, there's a Heartless Act. If you really wanted to jump into a lane, you can take the Sprite Dragon. Yeah, we're just going to take the Fiend Artisan, I think. So we're looking for graveyard stuff. We're looking to mill ourselves to make our Fiend Artisan bigger. And then we're looking for just bomby things that we can go and grab. Some tokens to sacrifice would be nice, or little piddly things. But Fiend Artisan, welcome to the deck. Okay, following that, we get ourselves a Deadweight, a Humble Naturalist, a Hornbash Mentor, Sanctuary Lockdown. Kind of the things I'm looking at. Whisper Squad, also really good as something we could sack to the Fiend Artisan. I feel like you want that much more in like the red-black sack deck or the Mardu sack deck, though. So I want to take the Hornbash Mentor, but it seems like playing decks that would normally look broken don't tend to work that well. And a deck where you have all of your creatures having trample and putting counters on them all the time apparently isn't broken enough most of the time here. So the Deadweight will wheel. I'm pretty sure of that. People are really off of it. Chat's not here. Chat can't help me. Comment section is what I wanted to say. Comment section, tell me if you would take this Whisper Squad. I haven't listened to too much of the takes on Whisper Squad. I'm going to take the Humble Naturalist. Probably wrong. Probably very wrong. We get a Ram Through, though. Ram Through is a card that I really, really like. Proud Wild Bonder. We had fun with this on stream on Wednesday. We played the Trample deck, which is the first time I've played the Trample deck. We had 1 or 2 Proud Wild Bonders, Hornbash Mentors. We had the Quartzwood Crusher. We did okay. I think we went 4 and 3. It was best of 1 as well. But it was a fun deck. It was a very fun deck. But yeah, I'm happy to take this Ram Through. Kind of start staking my claim in green. Wild Bonder doesn't really go with our cards at the moment. Snare Tactician's obviously for the cycling deck. Let's take the Ram Through. Here we get a Fertilid in green. Best card in the pack, I think, is the Vulpikeet. Black, pretty dried up, as is blue. Doesn't necessarily mean anything. A rare and an uncommon were taken, and then 1 single common is missing. So I don't think we can really read any signals here. So green-white tends to be the the Vigilance deck, which these things aren't really going in for. So I might just take the Fertilid. It'll help us splash. It's an okay card. Yeah, let's take Fertilid. It's something that we could sacrifice. We could, you know, rip a counter off of it, get a land, sacrifice the 1/1. Okay, so we get a Bristling Boar, a Primal Empathy. People are super down on this card, like to the point of saying it's unplayable, which is wild because I still think this card is one of the snowballiest cards that exists. There's a Divine Arrow here. There's a Bristling Boar if we just really want to stick on green. I don't like the red. The black is... like, Lurking Deadeye is okay, but it really feels like black is being heavily picked. Because I don't think we've seen a single black card. So I'm kind of on this Boar. Arrow. Let's take the Boar. We know we're green. We know we're green, right? Well, there's a Skull Prophet, and I'm sorry, there's also a Ram Through. We're going to take the Ram Through. But this is what happens with these packs sometimes. You know, black... I don't think that black wasn't showing me good cards. Black wasn't really showing me cards, period. And now suddenly there's a chunk of black cards. None of them are spectacular, but, you know, at least these three are fine. But we'll take a Ram Through. We know we're green at this point, and Ram Through is the best green common, I think. So let's grab it up. Following that, we get ourselves a Memory Leak if we do want to try to push in to be the black-green deck. And it's a 1-mana cycler, which is great. There is an Abzan Crystal, but we'll take the Memory Leak. Memory Leak is fine. So there's a Mole, which is kind of what we want to do. And there's not too much else. There's a black-green duel, but let's take the Mole. Let's stake our claim in green, and then we'll go from there. So Essence Symbiote, we currently have no Mutate. Adventurous Impulse is okay. Blitz Leech might just be fine. You know, if we can tutor it up, it costs 7 mana. But if we can just tutor up a Blitz Leech, could be okay. I don't think we're going to main deck a Plummet, but we can take it just to stake our claim. Let me read Fiend Artisan one more time. So, X black-green, sack a creature, whatever you sacrifice doesn't matter. You search your library for a creature with CMC X or less. So that's nice as well. We don't have to remember what's in our deck. We can just pay mana and go and grab whatever. Put it onto the battlefield, shuffle, only sorcery. Okay, sure. Yeah, so let's take that Plummet, but we're not going to main deck it. Sandworm. Sandworm's cool. I'll take a Sandworm. Get in the deck. So we're going to want to find some more Humble Naturalists, I do believe. That Vulpikeek coming around is a very weird sign. I mean, maybe we could be green-white if we're going to get all the white cards, but this is also like the first white card that I've seen, so maybe there's just no real white going on. Let's pick it and see what happens. We get a Fully Grown that I'm probably not going to play, an Unlikely Aid that I'm not going to play, and a Sleeper Dart that I'm not going to play because we're not playing Lurrus. Lurrus Sleeper Dart. Now there's a thing. We get an Insatiable Hemophage, which is okay. This pack is unfortunately very dead for us. In green, we get 2 cards that we're not going to play. In black, we get 2 cards, well, even 3 cards that we probably will play. In white, I don't think we're really the humans deck. That obviously wants to be a little bit more black-white than anything. There's a Fire Prophecy if we wanted to go red, but I think we'll just stake our claim into black-green and take this Insatiable Hemophage. So that Deadweight that I said was going to wheel did not wheel, which is interesting. I don't think we're going to play this Vulpikeet. So we really want to find the black-green All-Stars, back for more, Titanoth Rex, Unbreakable Bond, you know, the cheaty stuff, basically. The old cheaty stuff. Holy, the cheaty stuff. Unbreakable Bond, Auspicious Starix, a Ram Through, a Dreamtail Heron, a Draenus Stinger. This is a pack. This is a pack. We're going to take Starix because it's amazing. Saw somebody on the Limited Resources subreddit really harping that this card is not a bomb or broken. it's in fact pretty mediocre. I disagree. I disagree. Yeah, we're going to jam that Starks, and it's going to feel pretty good. Unfortunately, passing the Unbreakable Bond and the Ram Through, although Ram Throughs have been wheeling, and I don't know why. They probably should not be. Here we get a Boot Nipper, a Wilds, a Farfinder. I think I might just be on the Boot Nipper. It's a fine creature. It'll get in for some damage, perhaps block really well as a Death Toucher, and maybe just get sacked to the Fiend Artisan, which seems okay. Next pack, we get another Mole. I don't hate the Mole. There's a Lurking Deadeye, though, as well. I think maybe I want the first Lurking Deadeye. Deck seems okay. It seems a little bit fair at the moment. But we just haven't opened any crazy bombs or anything, so what can you do, right? We get an Alert Heedbonder, which we might just play. Doesn't currently go off, but there's nothing else in the pack for us, so yeah, let's take that Heedbonder, I think. There's a Goriak as our only real other choice. Yeah, let's take Heedbonder. Looks like our friend on our left is training packs a little bit. Hopefully they're not disconnected. Speaking of disconnections, oh boy, stream on Wednesday. We had 2 big disconnections. We were drafting a Yorion deck and we missed pack 3. And then we also got disconnected during a match. So here, I guess we're just on Duskfang Mentor. We currently have, I think, 1 creature to go off with. But yeah, we'll take that Duskfang Mentor. Oops, next pack I almost miss. We'll grab that Evolving Wilds. It was trying to give us a Wild Bonder, which I don't think we're going to play. Here, we don't get much. We get an Adventurer's Impulse, which I can play. I'm not going to play the Adaptive Shimmerer or the Thwart the Enemy. So yeah, let's take the Impulse. Following that, very late Sanctuary Lockdown. Maybe white is just wide open, eh? Can we bounce into white? Is there any reason for us to stick in black? Honestly, not terribly. We could try to be a little bit Abzan-y. I feel like that really messes up Starks. We'll take this just because I'm not going to miss anything else, just in case. But I don't think we're going to end up doing anything like that. So we can take the main Serval if we do want to try to be a little bit more Heedbonder-y. You know what? Let's see if we can do the old late pack 2 total switch of our plan. Could work, right? Take this Penguin. I'm not going to play any of those red cards. Take the Aid. Take the Flight. Take the Anticipate. Take the Sabertooth, I suppose. Emergent Ultimatum. I'm not a big fan of this one. I know some people are, but I'm not the biggest fan. There's a Migratory Greathorn here, which is fantastic for us. There's a Grim Dancer as well. Yeah, I think I might just take the Greathorn here. Gets us lands. Does the thing we want to do. Gets out our Sandworm, our Starix, etc. I don't think we'll miss the Grim Dancer too much. And I don't think we're actually going to do the cheeky Abzan switch. Zenith Flare, would have been nice to see you pack 1, pick 1. But yeah, let's take Greathorn. Potentially also the best green common. Humble Naturalist. Is that the 3rd chance that we'd have had at a Sanctuary Lockdown? We could have had a wild white-based humans deck, I think. Yeah, we get a Naturalist here and not much else. The black is meaningless. The white is not going to help us get into that deck that we had thought about. There's a Brushwag of Farfinder. Yeah, we'll take the Naturalist. I'd love to get another Sandworm or something real big like that now that we are getting the ramp. There's an Easy Prey, which is an easy take here. 3rd Naturalist would have been cute too. But yeah, we'll take the Easy Prey. So we do have that Duskfang Mentor, and we still, I think, only have the 1 Lifelinker. I'd obviously strongly prefer to have more. I guess there aren't... You know, that's something I don't know. How many... I knew this because I looked it up during the set review. How many base Lifelinkers or potential Lifelinkers are there? Hey, Space Godzilla, how's it going? Ico is the set. O is Lifelink. We get Space Godzilla, which is a big beefy creature that we can help ramp out with the Humble Naturalist, or maybe use our mana that we will inevitably flood out with into our Fiend Artisan. And we can also cycle it if things aren't going great. There is Boot Nipper at common, and that is it at common, other than the combat trick. Right, so lifelink is quite rare. Death's Oasis is mediocre. Mediocre. So, I don't know that we're going to play anything here. Although we're still looking for playables, so maybe we just take a Springjaw Trap. There's not much else. There's a Parcel Beast if we wanted to splash that. That could be worth it. We're not splashing anything else yet. It's a very good card. What's our creature count? 16? Yeah, let's splash a Parcel Beast. Unless we get something better. I'll take another Humble Naturalist. That's going to be our 23rd playable. Unbreakable Bond back around, and we've got a couple of gigantic cyclers. Well, there we go. There's a bit of a plan. There's a bit of a plan indeed. Another Boot Nipper I don't mind. Or a Green-Blue Duel. Green-Blue Duel to help with our Parcel Beast. Maybe we just don't splash Parcel Beast. Maybe we just keep a more consistent mana base and take the Boot Nipper. Yeah, I think we do that. Which means we're not going to play this Wilds either. Also, we're in best of 1, which means we could do 16 lands. Just because that's the thing to do. So maybe we play a Survivor's Bond or something. That's not what I want. I want this. There we go. So you're kind of a 3-drop. You're kind of a 2-drop. It's a good curve. That looks like a normal curve. Cool. Cool. Well, I perhaps jinxed it a little bit and lost not an internet connection, but an arena connection. The internet was still working. So we missed those last, 6 picks, I think? And what were they? Well, one must have been this Gloom Pangolin. One must have been this Marmoset. One was a second Duskfang Mentor. Well, that makes Boot Nipper look better. And our Unbreakable Bond. I'm fine. I'm okay with that. Farfinder got picked. A second Survivor's Bond got picked. I can't remember if we took that first Survivor's Bond or not. I think a second Bristling Boar got picked. So I like this Fertilid for the Great Horn, the Starix, the Hemophage. So I think we can keep that in. We can play 16 lands because hand smoothing. Let's cut a green source. No, let's cut a black source. We have the triple Humble Naturalists. So we need the green, and once we get the green, we've got the everything. So we need 3 more cuts, eh? Creature count through the roof, 20. Through the roof. I think that makes Survivor's Bond better. Don't need this Farfinder. It's a nice target. It also would make the Heatbonder better. Now, is Heatbonder is probably still totally fine as a 2/4 Vigilance for 3, which is already wildly undercosted, and it gains us a life each turn. That's okay. That's not the worst thing in the world. We only have the 1/1 mana cycler. Yeah, so we can't cut another land. 2 more cuts. 2 more cuts. Probably don't need this Adventurous Impulse. Although I think in best of 1, I really like smoothing. This helps us keep a sketchier hand because it essentially, fixes the potential mulligan that we would have to have taken, because it will find the land, it will find the 2-drop, it'll find whatever it is that we need to do. Sitting at 19 creatures now. We can probably cut 1 more. What is our worst one? I don't really have a worst one. I want the Survivor's Bond, I think, because if they answer our Greater Sandworm or our Space Godzilla the first time, I'd like to be able to pull it back. Memory Leak is just good. I wonder if it's just Bristling Boar. Like, the rest of our creatures just look so much better than a bristling boar. So yeah, let's cut a bristling boar. And then... I don't want to cut anything else. Maybe I play a 41 card deck. Maybe I play a 41 card deck. All right, let's make a pile. We are not cutting that, or that, or that, or that, or that, or that. Still thinking about you. We're not cutting that. We're not cutting those. We're not cutting those. We're not cutting those. We're not cutting that or any of this, I think. So we're looking at a cut from this pile, I think. Not cutting the mole. The mole helps with the artisan. Maybe it is just the fertilid. We don't need that fixing, and the +2/+2 counters are cute, but we don't have that many mutate things. So yeah, let's cut a fertilid, I suppose. All right, there we go. We got a deck. Time to best of one this. See if we can get 7 wins. I think we need 5 to break even, which reminds me I need to add this to my old spreadsheet here. And we hope that Arena doesn't have more disconnection issues. That would be stellar. Absolutely stellar. In channel news, I really wanted to do Pack 1 Pick 1 Tuesday this week. I ordered packs. They shipped on May 19th. They are still not here. The tracking finally updated yesterday. They're in Kitchener, Ontario. I should have them Monday, but Canada Post has been doing very bad at delivering packages. The only job they have to do. So hopefully next week I'll be able to do Pack 1 Pick 1 Tuesdays a couple of days before M21 previews start. But it'll be a ton of collector's packs this time around. So some real spicy stuff might be in there. This is a premier draft of Ikoria. It is a black-green deck. I think that's the first time I've done a 2-color deck in at least a week, possibly 2. Paid 1,500 gems for that. Did not get any duplicates, and there we go. We get a hand that is fine. We're going to drop Naturalist into Heedbonder. And that Mentor is not going to trigger anything, so let's hope we find a non-human prior to that. Opponent mulliganed is what I do believe that sound was all about. Opponent has an owl, so we're going to mute them. Like, why was the owl making noise there? Our opponent wasn't even doing anything. Does the owl make noise if we click on the opponent? So owl's sitting there. No, it was just making noise for the hell of it. Blah. I did discover, by watching Loading Ready Run stream highlights, that you can make a Hellion appear out of the fire waterfall. Hadn't noticed that before. They mulled 2, 6, and kept 1? Or put 1 under? That's how that works. Get a Sandworm. That's going to be a good cycle to perhaps find us a non-human creature. And of course we have ways of getting that back later. Skull Prophet. Opponent on that perfect Mardu mana. We are going to drop the Heedbonder, because honestly it attacks decently at the moment. Starts gaining us some life, and you know, we don't quite have to pitch the Sandworm just yet. The old Bushmeat Poacher, well, that's going to block my 2/4 pretty well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana available. So I do believe we're going to go with Mr. Nips here. And we could give it Death Touch and then give it Lifelink. Trick is we can't trigger this just yet because we don't have a black land. And let's give it Death Touch for now. It'll convince the 2/4 to not attack. So we have 1, 2, 4, 5. We're going to have 6 mana available. That's 1 land away from the Sandworm. At this point, I don't really want to cycle it since we're so close to casting it. Opponent's going to lead the Stampede, try to fix their mulligan, and then some. I have seen this not cast too often. And this is the best that I've ever seen it getting 3. I've seen it whiff a couple times. Okay, so they're going to have their own sandworm, but they're quite far off from casting it. Looks like they've possibly missed a land drop here as well. They have. So I think we just keep going. Okay, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. So we can actually Blitz Leech. Get rid of that Skull Prophet. I don't hate getting their mana dork off now. So yeah, let's Blitz Leech. Kill their Prophet. And then go from there. Kill the Prophet, go from there. Ba, 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 da, ba, da, ba. Goodbye, Prophet. You gonna mill? What do? You mill? Nope, not gonna mill. Sure thing. And I'll actually come in for 4. They take it. All right. All right. Find their 4th land. That keeps them off their 5th land, thanks to killing that Prophet at least. Durable Coil Bug, so combo has been assembled. That is some serious value combo there. A Lurking Deadeye, well that's cute. That's very cute. Let's send in the Heedbonder and see if they'll block with the Bushmeat Poacher. If they do, boy howdy do we get them. They're just going to trade with the Coil Bug, that's fine. Or sack the Coil Bug, that's fine. A-okay by me. A-okay by me. We are going to do something. We might actually just play out this Hemophage. It attacks really well. Yeah, let's just play out the Hemophage. So we've got good attacks. They're off their Sandworm. They're going to play a 2-3 for 3. Sure thing. Alright, so we're still not finding the land we need for the Sandworm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If we just top deck a land, we can play it, so I still don't want to cycle it. But we're not going to find that land. But this'll function as a land, as it were. Alright, I think we're gonna smash. We stand to lose that Blitz Leech, I suppose, but I mean, this is gonna put our opponent under some pretty serious pressure. Whatever blocks the Heedbonder, we get to Lurking Deadeye, the Bushmeat Poacher. That's gonna be real good there. They're gonna take 5. They're going to Dire Tactics my Hemophage. That's fine. No problem there. Boom, 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 boom. And then we Lurking Deadeye, get rid of the Poacher, which is a touch of a problem. And keep it going. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's still 2 lands off their Sandworm, whereas our Sandworm is coming to town. If it lives, we can Duskfang Mentor it, get 7 mana or 7 power lifelinker. Cavern Whisperer just played out is fine by me. We will bash in for 2. And Sandworm, come to town. Boom. They are still off their Sandworm, so it's not going to tussle well, but they may have some removal here. Oh, God, no. Can I get a ram through, please? Please and thank you. That's not a ram through. And that's not even going to find me a ram through. Well, let's see what it finds me. I guess I'll take the mole. And then we can come in with Sandworm, Deadeye, Nipper. They can trade with the Whisperer, and that's okay. It'll come back as a 4/4 flyer, but we're going to put a good bit of pressure on them. Like, if they just take 9 here, they go to 5. Still's not good shape for them. I should have Duskfanged Mentor before, so I could have gained 7. I forgot to do that, and that was a mistake. We are going to make another Death Touchy Boot Nipper. And just kind of try to get a lethal attack here. Excavation Mole, let's see what we get rid of. They're going to cycle their Sandworm, sure thing. Land, land, land! Oh, it feels so good. So they've got block, block, take 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. They are currently facing down lethal with their blocks. They were highlighting their coil bug, so if they coil Vulpikeet on the Cavern Whisperer, that doesn't add to your blocks. Makes me discard, which is fine. Super duper 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 fine there. Hornbash Mentor, so they've got block, 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 2, 4, 6. They are currently dead, barring a 1 white mana combat trick. What? Can that be anything? Color white, set, Ikoria. Well, let me just read here. It actually could have been Light of Hope. It actually could have been Light of Hope. They could have gained 4 life and not been dead, but I guess they did not actually have it. So we won. We are 1-0. Our opponent getting stuck on lands, I think, helped us a little bit there, but the deck seems okay. I don't think we're doing broken stuff, so when we do face a broken deck, we'll be in trouble. But our opponent did not have a broken... Well, they had a broken card, but... Wild. Wild. As crazy nutso as Luminous Broodmoth is, it is mildly fair now, isn't it? Because you have to play it, and you have to play a bunch of other creatures, and your opponents have to kill your creatures, and then you've done a broken thing. Whereas a lot of the broken stuff in this set is just, you lose. Huh. Wild. Wild, wild, wild. Alright, match 2 of potentially upwards of 9. Okay. Really want to find my green source, so we're probably going to cycle that Memory Leak. But if we do find a green source, we're going to start getting there, I think. Unfortunately, it doesn't help us cast the Unbreakable Bond. But let's keep and see where we end up. Mulliganing in Best of 1 is definitely harmful. London Mulligan makes it less harmful, but it is harmful. Second Boot Nipper, well, at least there's 2 turns worth of stuff that we can do. Still not finding the thing we want to find. Let's go with Death Touch. Let's try to be aggro, kind of force the issue here. Svice Sabertooth, sure thing. Well, hey, there we go. Let's bash in for 2. Trades? Ooh, trades. And then let's drop a Naturalist to help us power out some big stuff if we happen to find it. Second Abzan opponent on perfect Abzan mana right from the get-go. How do you do it? Let's Adventurous Impulse here. Find ourselves a incredibly unsneaky Blitz Leech. Yep, let's go for the super duper opponent's never ever gonna see it coming Blitz Leech. Let's... If we attack for 1, we can't cast the next Naturalist, but I think we're okay with that. Let's get in for 1. And then drop the Nipper. Let's make him Death Touchy as well. There we go. Bristling Boar. Pretty good. Pretty good. Let's send in... No, we're not winning that race. Not winning that race at all. Let's hold that back and drop another naturalist. That way we have Blitz Leech on. Don't touch my nipper. Don't touch it. I saw you hovering over it. So what do we need? What do we need? We need some beef. Keen Sight Mentor, gonna vigilance up that bristling boar. Okay. As long as we have the nipper around. Ooh, Lurking Deadeye. That's a thing as well. Boy, I wonder if we attack with all in Lurking Deadeye, hoping that they block, but that requires our opponent to be bad, and you should never ever expect your opponent to be bad. They know we have the Blitz Leech. Boy, I think we try to bait our opponent. We send in the nipper. See if they block. They are almost guaranteed not... Well, no, they're not going to block. Never mind. My plan was to see if we could bait them into an attack. We we chump with a naturalist and then Lurking Deadeye to finish off the big scary threat. But I don't think that's a high enough value plan. It's just going to pass the turn. Sounds good. Ooh, what if we put a Migratory Greathorn onto the nipper? Get some more lands going. Specifically green lands. Over top, please. I want a 3/4 Death Toucher. And let's grab a forest. Get it on the battlefield. And we'll pass the turn. Counter it up, sure thing. So that is going to be a problem if we don't have our Death Touchers around or our Lurking Deadeye up. Because our removal is ram throughs. So there's a few turns in which a worm can ram through it. I suppose Space Godzilla can always ram through it with Death Touch. And in fact, this could actually ram through it because it's got Death Touch as well. I immediately forgot it was a boot nipper, and I thought it was just a vanilla 3/4. Okay, how do we do something here? We need to touch our opponent's life total here. How do we do? Got a monstrous step. I think I'm very okay with that. Super okay with that. Super okay with that. Cool. A-okay. Let's drop a Heat Bonder. And then pass the turn. And I will probably, at this point, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we'll have 6 mana left. I'll probably trade a Naturalist with that Bristling Boar if it comes in, and then Lurking Deadeye it. But they haven't cast anything, which scares me. It makes me think they're definitely building up to like a Great Worm or a Sandworm or something. Alright, so we'll let that happen. Bull. Did I not have enough mana left untapped? I don't think I had enough mana left untapped. I could have swore I counted 4, but I guess 4 must have included that Naturalist. Crud! All of the crud. Just every single last bit of the crud. Okay. Well, we're gonna have to drop this Naturalist. So let me count the incredibly dark mana on the incredibly dark background. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 to cast the Lurking Deadeye. So we shall now pass the turn. And I believe we'll trade Heedmonder with the Void Beckoner. Because we can always survive respond it back, right? So let's go like that. And let's take 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 mana. There we go. Deadeye. Kill the Beckoner. Goodbye. Lurking Deadeye blocks Bristling Boar. Things are going good. Things are going good. Nothing to really Unbreakable Bond here. So I think we'll Survivor's Bond back. A Heedbonder and Great Horn. We can't mutate the Great Horn. So I think we just want a Nipper. Bring back the Nips. Let's drop the Heedbonder and drop the Boot Nipper. And we'll give that Boot Nipper Death Touch. Because we can always give it lifelink with the Duskfang Mentor. And so with our opponent being down to 2 cards, I do feel like we kind of have clawed back a lot there. If they continue with Space Godzillas and the like, I think we're still in trouble. Yeah. Okay. Well, we need them to not touch our Boot Nipper. So I guess we could Unbreakable Bond back another Boot Nipper, just so we have 2 Death Touchers. That's still 10 trample coming through, which puts us at 3. But we get rid of it, right? So yeah, I do think we need to Unbreakable Bond the Boot Nipper to have another Death Toucher around. And then we'll drop a Duskfang Mentor to give this Nipper lifelink. And, I mean, if we live a turn, we can start making those Boot Nippers bigger. But this is scary. This is very scary. I don't feel like we need to have uncommon 11/11 tramples in Magic. Hoof. Hoof-a-doof. And we get our own Void Beckoner too, so we can continue the death touching. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have exactly enough to do it. So I think we just do it and cast it. And I think that's that turn. And we're just going to claw back our life total with Heedbonder here for a bit. Fertilage, sure. All right, so this is going to become a long game that I'm going to deck first. So we are going to want to find those ram-throughs. The ram-throughs are going to be huge. So we could come in with Void Beckoner. Unbreakable Bond's our only way of bringing it back, right? And we've already used it. And we already used the Survivor's Bond. So yeah, it would never come back. But boy howdy, does it represent some damage and or killing of the Titanoth Rex. I'm just going to take it. Cool. That is fine by me. So we'll gain another life, go up to 16. End of their turn, we can put 2 counters on the Boot Nippers. We can flash in this Leech to kill. I mean, we won't even kill the Fertilid, they'll just get their lands out of it. This feels like a decent spot. We just need to not flood. Why is the land making lava noises? Weird. The crystals are making lava noises. Interesting. Since I clicked on the lava fall, everything is lava. Everything's coming in, eh? Everything's coming in. Well, we're going to Blitz Leech. Are you sure? Yes? So this is 6 mana, so 4, 5, 6. So yes, I do want to use both Naturalists for this, so that we have enough to do our Duskfang Mentor. So we'll bring in the leech, and we'll kill off the fertilid. So this will also convince them to use some mana here, which will result in them not having mana for combat tricks. Or as much mana for combat tricks, anyways. So they've got... It's so hard to read on the black background. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. Still a lot of mana left. So we're going to put this in front of the serval. Just eat it. We're going to put this in front of the boar to kill it. And we're going to block the Titanoth Rex. I'm not sure what the trick is going to be. I guess if they instant speed kill the Nipper, they're going to come in for 11. They're going to instant speed kill the Nipper. Alright, so we'll activate this ability, just because we can. So they're coming in for 11, but they're losing a lot. And dying on the crackback? Wait, we died? How did we die? We were at 15, were we not? Oh, ram through does damage equal to trample. So they did 10 trample and then 11 trample. They did 20 some odd damage, I think. Is that how ram through works? I always forget that final bit of ram through. So we had nothing we could do there. We were just super duper 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 dead. Yeah, they did 20 damage there. Cool. Fun magic. Fun magic. Yeah, nothing we could do there. Nothing at all. We had to draw our own ram throughs, you know, the card that we have 2 copies of that we have seen 0 of in 2 matches. All right, well, let's see if we can face an opponent who is not doing broken, busted things, and let's hope that we get a format, and all future formats are not as dedicated to doing broken, busted things. This has a ram through in it, but boy howdy does it not do much else. We can cycle a memory leak. I guess that's what we're gonna have to do. You can't mull in a best of 1. It's just powerfully bad to do that. Duskfang Mentor, flawless. You can go over here with the other uncastable cards. Yeah, I just wish Ikoria wasn't so snowbally. That helps out a lot. With his friend the Porky Parrot. And the Cato Parrot, I guess. Cycle your boon? Sure thing. So are you blue-red cycling? Just guy cycling? What you doing? Blue-green. Blue-green. Okay. Okay. Well, I guess we're going to do another naturalist, because why not? Scatter. Called it. It's fine. It would have been nice to have, but it wasn't vital. Gonna need to find something, though. Control decks are gonna hurt a little bit. In for 1. Our deck had, what, 75 creatures in it? Where are they? Where are they? Parcel Beast, gross. Can we get a Death Toucher to murderize that? Nope. All we can get are Humble Naturalists. All of the Humble Naturalists. Can we get a non-human so that our Duskfang Mentor will have some value? That would be nice. Uh, show me the trick. Sure. Sure thing. Boy, Parcel Beast. That's going to be a problem, eh? So Fiend Artisan. Is it for abilities? Just for spells? Just for spells. Just for spells. So Fiend Artisan doesn't do much, but it is currently a 3/3. So there's that. So yeah, welcome to the team, 3/3. Please don't get essence scattered. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Does not appear that we're going to get to play Magic this game. That is probably what I think is the fatal flaw of Magic as a game, is that there are the games where you just don't get to play, right? If this was a game that, you know, if this was a video game, it is a video game. Or if this was a board game and you paid money for it and you just didn't get to play, you wouldn't play the game much. Excavation Mole, eh? Well, at least we can lifelink it. We can also, if we find a black source, yeah, that black source, we could Unbreakable Bond back our Fiend Artisan. Sure, what'd you get? A card? Cool. Sure thing. They can't have a third Essence Scatter, right? So I think I'm gonna mentor up the mole. And then just get some damage going. No, they could double block. I don't think we'll get damage going just yet. Hey, Black Source, how's it going? How's it going? We are going to Duskfang mentor up the mole. And this is going to build to a decent ram through. Unless they have a Blood Curdle in hand that they're splashing. Which they might. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Sure thing. Sure thing. They can't possibly have a fourth Essence Scatter. Oh my god. I just want to play Magic. I just want to play Magic and have fun with it. Alright. What'd you get? A card, eh? Just want to play Magic. I just want to play Magic. I just want to play Magic that isn't snowbally and isn't just I opened a good mythic and played it. Ha 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 ha. Well, let's take 8 and die because we have no way of answering this. Like, even if we kill it, they just recast it. So we're gonna quit. That's what we're gonna do in that game. There's no way of us fixing that. All right, 1 and 2, 1 and 2. Let's go on and do another match. And ask our opponent again to not have broken stuff, please. Not have broken stuff, please. That's all I want. So this, of course, is the downside of best of 1, is we don't even get another shot. We don't even get another shot against that deck. Now, knowing that they have Brokos, knowing that, you know, if we had the option of exiling stuff, knowing that, does Memory Leak exile? I don't think it does. I think it discards. Oh no, it exiles it. Yeah, so like knowing that we should hold on to Memory Leak because they have Brokos, and that's a very good way of answering Brokos. And that's a huge, huge part of Magic. So taking that away, I do think makes the game just significantly worse, which is why I do try to avoid best of one if I'm trying to play the best version of Magic. This seems good. We got 2 drops. Just got to find some lands and we're good. Got some early interaction. I like it. I like it. Our opponent's probably not playing a busted deck. Probably no mistakes from this format going to be showing off in this matchup here. Probably zero problematic parts of this format are going to show up in this format. We are going to kill that. So I gave this lifelink because I assumed they were red-white cycling, and life gain is going to be one of the only real ways that we can compete. Oh, good God. Vigilance? Sure. All right. Oops, I attacked. Haha, gotcha. Cycle, Death Touch. Get rid of that. Okay. We have gotten rid of one of their cycle payoffs, and we've gotten rid of one of the solid mistakes of this format. So now we just gotta keep doing that. Keep on trucking. Keep on trucking. So we've got a Fiend Artisan, which is a 3/3. We've got a Heed Bonder. Let's Fiend Artisan and Adventurous Impulse. Next turn we can Excavation Mole, potentially the sneakiest of Blitz Leeches. Next turn we can Excavation Mole, possibly making Fiend Artisan even bigger, get it out of red burn range, although pacifism range will still be a problem. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. They have nothing. What do I do about that? I think we bash in and we try to get like a combat trick out of them here. I guess maybe they have a Divine Arrow. But I really want to see a combat trick on that glider. And then in response, we can ram through it. I think they got a combat trick. They're highlighting their glider. Yeah, there we go. So we ram through the glider. Ruin that plan entirely. And then we'll also cycle this. This doesn't have trample. Well, it doesn't matter. We're cycling anyways because we're trying to find our land drop for the turn. Hey, and we found it. Cool. All right. All right. This feels like a good chance against this deck. They are the cycling deck. They are the full-on play off-color cycling card deck. So we should be counting our lucky stars that we answered that one payoff and that they're playing less good cards. This looks like somebody who probably got cut a little bit too hard while trying to draft the cycling deck. So we are going to mole here. Try to get that Fiend Artisan bigger. Oh, our Starix. I needed that for cheating stuff. And then we'll bash in with Mr. Fiend Artisan, get in for 6, take it to 12, and drop a Naturalist. And just try to snowball. Just try to be the snowballer. Another land, okie doke. So what can we do right now? We could 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We could get a 5 drop. I don't know what 5 drop I would want. They know we have this Blitz Leech in hand. So I think we just keep up the pressure. Like, we're not being threatened here. And we can keep threatening them pretty hard. They know we have the Blitz Leech. Sure. Double strike. All right, so we can make it a 2/1. They have an Essence Scatter. Will of the All Hunter. Okay. What does will do? Nothing. It still dies. Yeah, okay. Sure. Awesome. I'll take that. I'll take that. I think we're going to win this one. A lava serpent. Sure. So they got a blocker from a 6/6, eh? So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So they block this, they take 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They block this, they take, yeah, they're dead. GG. GG. Gist of G's. All right, 2-2. 2-2. We just had to get into the losers bracket. And then we're cooking with gas here. All right, let's keep on going. Let's see if we can get 3-2. 4-2 would be nice. Then we've only spent 100 gems on this. Got ourselves a pack, which is worth 0 gems. Because what good is a pack? So also in channel news, I can't remember if I mentioned this. I feel like I started to mention this. I finished a script for the history of Magic the Gathering video games. It's 5,000 words. It's probably going to be about a half-hour video. Talking about 19 different Magic the Gathering video games that have existed between 1997 and this year / next year. And I'm super excited by it. I'm hoping it turns out really well. Hoping you guys like it. It's the kind of content that I've been wanting to make for a while. And I hope it does well. I hope it does well. Especially because of the amount of time that it took to do all the research and video recording and etc. So we'll see. We'll see. All right, let's get going here. We're getting matched out of rank a lot, and with really long queues. So I wonder if even in this hand seems fine. We'll cycle that memory leak. You're a 4-drop naturally, right? Yeah. Yeah, we'll keep. If we don't get interacted with here a little bit, I think things are going to get a bit nutty. Maybe even in the best of 1 queues, people just aren't playing this format much. Forbidden Friendship. Okay, well, we're going to have to cycle. Looks like they're going to be trying to go a little bit fast here. And all we got to do is establish ourselves just a bit, like this. And then, what are we going to want to put down? I think we're going to want to put down the Great Horn, because a 3-4 for 4 sounds better than a 3-3 for 4. We'll have to see what they play, though. And then we're working our way towards a Starix relatively quick. Frostlinks, well, that does suck quite a bit, actually. I really wanted to drop a 4-drop here. But our opponent said no. If they tap out, we're going to jam down the Starix, because I want to get that down without getting countered. If they don't tap out, we're going to pop out one of these fellas instead. We're going to main phase cycle a boon. Suspicious. Let's drop a Great Horn. Why did I have to click resolve on that? Weird. Alright, Great Horn down. Looks like they might just be casting Lutri this turn. They didn't even cast Lutri this turn. Intriguing. Intriguing. Well, I'm gonna mutate a Hemophage? Why does it keep asking me to resolve? Am I on, like, full control? They're not countering anything either. What are you doing, opponent? I don't like it. So we're going to go get a land. What do we need? Doesn't really matter. Swamp, I suppose. And then... what are you doing? They didn't counter that, so they're not going to counter this Duskfang Mentor. Right? I'm not going to attack. What are you playing at? What are you playing at? You're going to mutate an Archipelagor. Okay. Okay, so you're going to tap my Great Horn. Sure. And then hit me for 7. Sure. This doesn't suck at all. This is totally A-okay by me. Okay, so I mean, if they have a mutate creature, we're dead. So that's my favorite kind of magic. I think we actually have to mutate the Starix onto the Great Horn, hoping that we hit a couple of creatures. It also gains us some life. Gains us 2 life. Gets us some lands. So let's hope they've got nothing in hand and hope that we hit well here. I will grab a land, thank you. All right, Starix, what do we got? We got land and a mole. Okay, cute. Goodbye Naturalist land. Well, those were good hits. Okay, okay. If they don't have a creature, or a mutate creature, maybe we've got a shot here. I will 100% block with this Naturalist. Can't even stop me. Especially because our Starix can attack as a Vigilant lifelinker. For 6, that feels real good. Ooh, Survivor's Bond. Yeah, let's bash on in for some lifelinky damage here. Does Starix not have Vigilance? Do I just... I think I just always put Starix on a Vigilant creature. Huh. I always thought it had Vigilance. Wild. 5, 9, 10. So we can pump it up. Gain ourselves 7 life here. And drop a Sandworm. Big ol' Sandworm. Our opponent still not casting Lutri? Our opponent looking at their graveyard. Well, I don't like that. Cycling a Sandworm. Pardon? This blue-black-red deck just cycled a Sandworm. I'm confused. I am much confused. Red, black. You're going to Fire Prophecy my mole. You're going to Lutri, copying Fire Prophecy to kill the Mentor. Sure, my Survivor's Bond is going to heartily laugh at that joke. Heartily laugh. Because we're going to give the Sandworm lifelink too. Boy, howdy, are we going to give it lifelink too. There's no way they can attack because our Starix just negates the attack. Unbreakable Bond, well, that's cute as well. Yeah, so let's Survivor's Bond back the Deskfang and the Mole. Let's play the Mentor. Give the Sandworm lifelink. Now we've got 14 lifelink coming at you. And let's smashy smashy. They're going to trade with the Starix. Sure thing. And then we could Unbreakable Bond back the Starix. 6/6 seems decent. Nope, not the Hemophage. I know I almost accidentally clicked on it, but let's not do that. And there we go. Even more life linkage. Remember when we were at like 9? Those were the days. Those were the days. Farfindering for a land. So we're going to have 15 lifelinky damage coming in. Seems good. You're going to copy my Sandworm and fight that. Well, that's pretty rude. I'll take 3. Okay, so now we're really desperately looking for our ram throughs, which I feel like we've said every single frigging game. For some reason, they don't exist in the deck. There's only 14 cards left in the deck. 2 of them are ram throughs. Boy, that mole feels dangerous. That mole feels real dangerous. Let's do it. Because the ram through does open the game up wide. No ram throughs in there. There's 2 ram throughs in 11 cards. Lost our other that. Easy prey is not a big deal. Alright, so we pass the turn. Find our ram through, kill their worm. Win the game. That is, I think, our plan. A Blitz Leech. Well, that's cute too. Alright, we'll pass the turn and Blitz Leech their Lutri, I guess. Out of 10 cards. Honey Mammoth. Stop with the beef. Cycle of Triumph, sure thing. Alright, time for us to murder the heck out of Lutri. Make Sandworm even bigger. two ram throughs in the bottom 9. Or the top 9. The 9. Ram through the 7/7, ram through the 6/6. Call it a day. Oh, crud. There's one in exile. There's one in exile from when we Starixed. There's one in exile. There's only one in the top 9. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. How big is our Fiend Artisan going to be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? It'll be an 8/8? You're going to Frostveil Ambush. I'm A-okay with that. You're doing 13. You're doing 26 over 2 turns. That's not a problem. Pas de problème. Alert Heedminder. Get some more life going. Bash in for 3. Love the double block. Love the double block. Go back up to 21. 8 cards left. I don't know about that attack. Not unless they have an answer to Sandworm in hand. They do not. That was a bad attack. Pretty sure that was a bad attack. Because they know we're gaining 11 here. So this Lurking Deadeye is going to be great if they do attack us. So we're going to go back to 20. They're going to fly in for 3? Sure. Activate the ability. Give me that ram through that I want. That's a boot nipper. That works. Let's give it that touch. So we could come in with the Sandworm, kill one of them, Lurking Deadeye the other. I think I'd rather just kill them both the following turn. So let's pass the turn. We're sitting at 6 cards. Depending on what they draw, I think we may be okay to win this one. But, you know, it's going to be a bit butt clenchy here at the end. If they, you know, creature out. A ram through would be absolutely huge because we could get them to double block, ram through one of them, kill the other, gain a bunch of life. I am going to start sending this Boot Nipper in as well because 3 hits and they're dead anyways. So what's going on right now? They block, block, block. They take 3. They're still pretty close to dying. They really can't justify attacking with that Terron like they did last turn. There we go. Let's activate. Make that a 13/13. My turn. There's the ram through. Let's go smashy. And smashy. So it's actually going to require a triple block on the Sandworm because of the Duskfang Mentor. We're standing to go back up to 30-something. So they're going to trade Honey Mammoth on the Boot Nipper and chump the Sandworm? But why? What you got? A-okay with that. A-okay with that. So we'll ram through one of their threats at the end of their turn. And kill them? They're going to back for more of their Sandworm. That's not going to work out for you. Because we're going to ram through your Sandworm. Not going to work out for you. And we're at 44! 45! I got the nice from the opponent. Good game indeed. All right, 3-2, still alive, still alive. That's the other issue with recording best of one drafts is we're 5 matches deep. Like, we could theoretically be here for like another hour. I like the concise 3 matches done. Even my most favorite draft decks, I don't know if I want to play them potentially 9 times. I guess in best of 3, if you go to game 3 all 3 times, you've played them 9 times. But I think playing the same deck, you know, in game 2 and in game 3 goes quicker, you know more. It's just a wildly different game. Having to readapt every single time we get paired, not knowing what's going to come, is real difficult. We'll keep this for sure. We've got our Naturalist, we've got our Easy Prey if they do have a small threat. Finally see a ram through in the opening hand. Adventurer's Impulse. Forgot we even had it. Boy, the Elite Heatbonder looks pretty good. Looks pretty good indeed. Green, blue, red, white. All of the colors, eh? All the colors. I would guess green, blue. Essence Symbiote, sure thing. Let's humble CMC 2 or less, so we can just always kill that. Oh, but not if they mutate onto it, eh? Not if they mutate onto it. Yeah, let's easy pray it. Let's get rid of their mutate platform right away. And then next turn we can drop this Heatbonder. No Vulpikeeting for you. No Great Horning for you. Alert Heatbonder. Don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do. So this game's going to take 7 hours. No. I'll respect you. I don't wanna, but I'll respect you. Lead the Stampede. Never see it cast, and yet here it is cast again. Wow, that's one of the best ever. Okay, Keen Sight Mentor with other Vigilancers. Oh, God. Okie dokes. Well, we need to get Insatiable Hemophage down so that it can ram through something. So let's get that started, shall we? Let's get this going. Fiend Artisan still a 1/1 at the moment. Boy, Fiend Artisan hasn't done a whole lot, eh? Okay, so Goriak, Heatbonder, all kinds of things that I dislike. Let's attack in with the Hemophage. See if we can get a double block here. I doubt it, but I'm fine with the 3. So we're going to want to get rid of the Heed Bonder, so we stop them gaining life. We can drop the Naturalist, which will help us get to the Sandworm a little bit later. We will ram through whatever we need to. It's going to be the Heed Bonder, though, I believe. Though I suppose there's a chance we want to get rid of the Patagia Tiger, or perhaps the Keensight Mentor. Glimmerbell. What is this deck? Alright, so we're going to ram through the Heed Bonder. That doesn't need to be alive anymore. Let's stop all that life gain shenaniganery. Okay, so now we can come in with Heed Bonder and Hemophage. Lurking Deadeye is going to get rid of that Goriak. Essence Scatter. Okay. Opponent living their best life there. Being the green-white Vigilance control deck. Keensight Mentor, sure thing. Give that Vigilance. Oh, God. Opponent is mentor.deck, it would seem. I feel like we are probably dead at this point. We're going to need to find the other ram through. We're going to need to find the other ram through, and we need to, like, push damage, which we're not going to do. So let's play our Mentor. Mentor the Hemophage. Attack with Hemophage? Okay. And then drop a Fiend Artisan, because why not? What do we do? We find ram through. We find ram through. So we're taking 7. We are not going to gain enough to get back into this quickly. So we can Blitz Leech. That's, what, 4 damage? With, like, the Heed Bonder? 4 damage doesn't kill anything? Alright, so let's get in for 3. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can't cast the Sandworm, but we can cast the Leech. Let's pass the turn. I mean, if we find a ram through, we are in a shape. Sure. 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 Not much I can do about that. I guess we drop the Blitz Leech so that we have the attacker next turn, and we can prevent 2 damage here. Remove all counters from that creature. Hands up if you have ever seen that text on that card. Hands up if you have ever seen that text. You'll notice my hand is not up. Holy crap. Holy crap. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, so we get to make this survive. That's great. Holy moly. Wow. Remove all counters from that creature. Blade Banish, that's rude. Why you gotta do me like that? Holy crow. Alright, so we're still in significant trouble here. We just don't have a way of dealing with that Glimmerbell. Our Sandworm's not even gonna touch it very shortly. Like this turn, in fact. So yeah, we're still in a large variety of trouble here. And then we can play out our land. Yeah, nothing we can do. Oh, do creatures do anything? We can go and find a Boot Nipper. Go and find a Boot Nipper. Well, we'll Fiend Artisan away our Humble Naturalist and see if we can find some. We can find a Space Godzilla. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 5, 6. No, we cannot. Space Godzilla is 8. Well, we'll sack the Naturalist and see what we can find for 6, potentially 7 mana. But, I mean, we're just dead in 2 turns if they just pump that Glimmerbell. And the Glimmerbell is the best blocker that has ever existed. Archipelagore, that's going to hurt. Are they going to tap my Artisan? No, they're going to tap the Sandworm. Sandworm wasn't doing anything. In for 11, so we are just dead in 2 turns here. We have no way of winning that I can see. We have an amazing way of winning that I can see. We can go and get that Boot Nipper, give it Death Touch, ram through. Holy crud, we did it. Okay, how do we do it? We need to go black. Boop, boop, boop. Let's make sure we have 3 mana up just in case. So black, so we're going to go and find 3 or less. Yeah, just in case I happen to see something better. So we're going to Fiend Artisan for 3. We're going to sack the Naturalist. What the hell? Why did I... 3. What are you asking me here? Auto tap. Oh, sorry. Yes. Use this mana. Sacrifice a creature. The Naturalist. Go and get the Boot Nipper. So yeah, is there anything else that we could have gotten? There's not much left in our deck. We've gone through a lot of creatures. So we get Boot Nipper. We give it Death Touch. We ram through Boot Nipper on the Archipelagore. And holy moly, folks. We are back in the game. Back in the game. Now we bash in for 5. Holy moly. So flying, vigilance, vigilance, vigilance. I feel like more things naturally have flying, so let's get rid of the flying mentor. Okay. Powerfully back in this game. They are at 6 from that Sandworm. They are dead. Holy moly. Ram through. Finally coming through. Finally showing up there. We are 4-2. Gonna get to keep going here. That means we are heading ever towards making gems on this one. We're still losing 100 gems if we lose this, but getting there. Give me a good starting hand, please. Yeah. I like this. I like this. I like this. I don't even know if we'll cycle that Memory Leak or not. Opponent's mulliganed? Cool. That Memory Leak could actually do them some real damage. So yeah, the best of 1 drafts. They take too long. I don't think we'll be doing this much, if ever again. They just take too long. Which is interesting, because I guess people must just play slower, right? We've played 6 games, whereas we've definitely had best of 3 drafts that have had 9 games in them, and they've not taken what must be already an hour and a half. Okay, so red-white cycling, so could be in trouble. This memory leak may rip out a Zenith Flare, which would be nice. But yeah, it looks like pretty standard Spiky Saturday for Ikoria is going to end in tears with cycling. Perimeter Sergeant. Now that's not a common cycler card. Alright, let's put down a mole to tussle. Goodbye, land, land, land. Nice. Absolutely flawless there. So the question is this another deck that tried to be cycling and didn't quite get there? So I really want to be able to put my Starks on something, but I'm also pretty okay just taking that creature off. We'll find stuff. We can bring back the mole if we need to with the Unbreakable Bond or the Survivor's Bond. We've got our plays. We've got our plays. So Perimeter Sergeant, Raking Claws. Neither All-Stars in the red-white deck. There's the possibility they're Boros aggro, the red-white deck that is not often seen. Everything is still lava. When I click, everything bubbles. Day Squad Marshal. Sure thing, Areno. Well, this is fun. We could cycle the Void Beckoner and then Unbreakable Bond it. I like that. I like that a lot. So we just need to have 3 mana up, so we'll pass the turn. Yeah, they might actually be Boros aggro rather than red-white cycling. Sure thing. Ow, ow. Okay, Snare Tactician. Alright, so let's cycle this. Oh no, we didn't get full value. That's awful. Unbreakable Bond it back. Hello, 8/8 lifelink Death Touch. Don't get pacified. Don't get pacified. And don't get cycle tapped to death by another mistake of this format. Frill Scare Mentor. This must be Boros aggro. Okie dokie. Can I attack? Perfect. That feels pretty good. Do we want to rip their last card in hand, or do we assume it's nothing? If we say it's nothing, we can Fiend Artisan, 1/2. Hemophage, 1, 2, 3, and have 1 land left up. Let's assume that it is not something frightening. They would have played it this turn. Put it on top. Did that not drain? Or did I just miss the drain? Maybe I just missed the drain. Alright, this feels good. This feels good. Land. Okay, so maybe it was Clash of Titans, and that feels real friggin' bad. That's got to be the best Clash of Titans that has ever happened. That's got to be the best Clash of Titans that has ever occurred in the history of Magic the Gathering. We gained a bunch of life off of it, though, and we're going to Survivor's Bond back some creatures, so I'm not too worried, and we're going to cycle this Memory Leak. Alright, so what do we got human-wise? Anything? Oh, we got no humans? I want full value. I want full value. Well, you just drop Starix. Drop Starix. We're going to bring back I guess, Hemophage so that we can mutate onto it. And then let's Adventurous Impulse. Grab a Sandworm. This seems good. I think we're still in pretty good shape here. They're in pretty hefty-duty top deck mode. And let's remember that Starix does not have Vigilance, because I definitely caught myself thinking there for a second that it did. Patagia Tiger. Sure thing. We're going to have to deal with that. Gonna have to deal with that. Let's have a Sandworm. Sandworm sounds like a card. Pass the turn. Not going to throw away my Starix. I will, however, start attacking with this Sandworm. Taking 3? Sure thing. Sure thing. Spell Eater? Sure. Great Horn. Yeah, let's jam that onto the Starix. Put it underneath. Let's hope that we don't exile our Ram-throughs. We get... What do we get? First, we get to go in to get a land. Cool. Does it matter? Let's get a swamp. We find a land. Fair. Fair, fair, fair. So we will bash in for 7, I think, because we can always Survivor's Bond back the worm if we need. And if we get to kill 2 or 3 things here, awesome. They're just going to take it. That's fine by me. Do I want to return anything? Don't think so. Nothing has Menace, so you can't frill Scare Mentor. Top decking a land. They are not top decking like champs, and that is very, very good for us. Are any of these things good? I don't know if any of them are good to bring back. We'll take 3. Absolutely no problems taking 3. And it's my turn. Find a land. Sure thing. Let's bash on in for 7. They cannot keep taking that. Please give me the triple block. Give me the triple block. The Chumperino. The old Chumperino. What I'd really rather do is flash this Lurking Deadeye in to trade with, like, the Frill Scare Mentor or something, and then Survivor's Bond back the Lurking Deadeye plus something else. Gonna tap my Starix? Sure. Team Deadeye. And boy howdy, are we going to block that Tactician. So we go to 10, that's fine. Momentum Rumbler, that's fine. Because we're going to Duskfang Mentor up our Sandworm, by the by, and gain 7 back. And then we're going to Survivor's Bond the Deadeye, and we've got enough. The Beckoner. Seems dece. Seems dece. Seems pretty dece. They're coming on in. So we're going to drop this Deadeye. I think. Are we going to drop the Deadeye? We're going to put the Starix in front of the Rumbler. Yeah. Starix in front of the Rumbler, Deadeye in front of the Mentor, just in case they have a spell to cycle. It's 6. I'm pretty happy taking 6. Divine Arrow, so they are going to get my Starix. That's fine. Because they're dead. GG. GG. All right. 5 and 2. 5 and 2. Not too bad. Just had to get into that loser's bracket. So we keep going. We keep going. We never ever get to stop playing Magic. Yeah, these take too long. We will not be doing this next week, that's for darn sure. So we are at 1 hour and 22 on this recording, plus however long the draft took, which was probably 20 minutes or so. I think this is probably great for people who really want to just, you know, play some Magic and have it spread out over a long period of time, maybe even like take a break and play 2 matches this day and 2 matches the next day and take a day off and then play your next 2 matches. But as somebody who sits down to draft and finish a draft, it's too long. It's too long. This hand is fine. We're going to have to cycle that Sandworm to try to get some earlier stuff, but I think we can work with it. We're going to keep. I'm going to keep. Drop the land, pass the turn. We'll follow that up with a Sandworm. Blue, green, red. Interesting. Blue, red is my guess. So we'll get Glimmerbeld here. Spell Eater Wolverine. Yeah, it looks like there might be blue-red spells, possibly. Get an Adventurous Impulse, which we'll cast to find a swamp. Slow start. Very slow start. Gonna take 4. Of One Mind. They search. Ooh, missed a land drop even with the Of One Mind. All right, so we're going to Great Horn. We could also... No, we couldn't really Fiend Artisan and do anything else. So we're going to Great Horn just to get some blockers down. Then we could always lifelink it up. Plus drop a Fiend Artisan. It's not the worst thing in the world. Sprite Dragon, that's going to be a problem. That is a very important ram through target. Excavation Mole. Well, I'm going to bash in for 3 with my Great Horn, because we are in a bit of a race situation here. So let's go Excavation Mole, ram through Naturalist to Naturalist. Our Artisan is now a 4/4. Hi, how you doing? And hey, look at that. We got some power on the board. Out of nowhere, 10 power. No, I needed that. Found their land drop too. Alright. A touch frightening. A touch frightening. Forbidden Friendship. Okie dokes. That's got double strike? Wow. Alright, well, Snowballed is the end of us. That is the end of us. Our opponent very successfully snowballed. We can Boot Nipper. So we're just dead in the air, right? We're just dead in the air. Yeah, we're dead in the air. None of this matters. Wow. That's what I said. Snowbally format. Snowbally format. All right. So we 5-2'd, which means that we actually made, I think, a whole 100 gem profit. 200 gem profit. Look at me. Rolling in the dough. Yeah, that was okay. That was okay. I think I had a bit more fun just kind of doing whatever I wanted to do, which was Fiend Artisan stuff. But yeah, best of 1, way too long, so I don't think we're going to do that again. But let me know how Ikoria is going for you. It's definitely dragging on. I think a lot of people have kind of given up on it. We'll see what happens with Companion on Monday. That might change the draft format. How often does that happen, where a draft format has a rules change to it? But yeah, let me know everything you want to let me know in the comments down below. As always, you can find me over on Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook. You can find me at patreon.com/SamannaLeek. Go over to inkedgaming.com/SamannaLeek if you want to buy anything from there. It will help them. It'll help me out by letting them know that I sent you. And of course, like, share, subscribe is the easiest thing you can do. So thanks for hanging out, and I will see you all next time.